So I'm just going to talk you through your swim video so that you can see what I was looking for. This is at the beginning of the session. I videoed you before I spoke with you about anything. The first thing I noticed is that you do have a really nice reach. You kept your body pretty straight when you're reaching. You don't have a lot of bend, which I like to see, all the way from your toes really to your fingertips. So that's a good thing. Um, the other thing I noticed is that you do tend to push down a lot when you're breathing in order to push your head up. And that is something that we want to move away from. So that's one of the things that we identified that you can address, and it will have a big impact. Um, the other thing here that I'm looking at is your catch. And basically your arms are going very deep into the water before you're bringing them up and bending them and really getting any power out of your stroke. So that's another thing that we identified is that if you swim with a bent arm catch, you should get a lot more power more easily. You're going to have less drag. The next thing is you need to hold your leading arm extension. And basically that's when you're breathing, it will allow you to balance a lot better versus pushing down and pushing your head up. When you push down when you're breathing, you have no arm out in front of you. And technically, you always want an arm out in front of you in what they call the front quadrant. So that's something that's going to require you to do a significant amount of catch-up drill. First using the board, then using the PVC pipe. At first I wasn't significantly concerned with your body position because you keep it very straight, but then as we went, I noticed that your legs are really low in the water. You don't have a very strong kick, mainly because I think your toes aren't pointed much and they're just so low in the water. So body position now became first on my list for you to address that, and then move on to the leading arm extension, your breathing timing, and your catch. From overhead, I think it's easy to see where you push down when you're breathing how there's no arm out in front of you. So right here, you can see there's no arm out there. And really, that arm should be out in front of you at that point in your stroke. It'll help keep you nice and straight and give you something to balance on. You do have a great reach. You have a nice recovery, high elbow, which I like to see. So that's all very good. Here I'm looking at your catch underwater. And as you can see, from about the point of your shoulder to your hip, you do bend your arm a little bit, but you're not keeping your elbow high and wide like chicken wings, as we discussed later in the session. Here, I'm looking at your head position while you're breathing, and I think right about now we can see how much you pick it up when you push down, and that's mainly to your right side. It's typical that both sides aren't exactly the same. Here, just having a quick look at your recovery, but your recovery looks very nice. At the end of the session, I gave you the kickboard and we started working on the catch-up drill with the kickboard, which is what you'll be doing, except I don't want you breathing on every single stroke to the left and then to the right. Either just breathe to the right or just breathe to the left. Here you are working on, I think, just your bent arm catch and the breathing timing, turning your head earlier. That timing there looks very good. I would like to see your entire arm in the water, but considering it's the first time you did the drill, I'm really fine with it. And here, you're just trying to do some smooth swimming, holding that leading arm extension. Not quite there yet, but very close. So you've got some really good things to work on. You've got a good base stroke. I have no doubt that you'll make progress very quickly once you start working through the drills. Here was the last set, which was really very smooth.